Hey, everybody. Today's audio is going to be a really important one for mental health for the individuals that suffer from this specific thing. And what I've noticed is that some clients do, the ones that have told me that honestly, I'm sure there are a few more. And also, as you know, I used to work as a therapist and I had a lot of patients with this issue. So I know that it's not that uncommon. And I really wanted to talk about it because I think it's important. So basically, those are the individuals that do get anxiously attached, but they do a certain thing to kind of try to manipulate the person. Basically, it's manipulation, truly. And I think they know they're doing it. It's kind of a desperate attempt to manipulate someone. And this is no judgment. Again, I don't think the people that do this are bad people. I only think they have this certain pattern because they have certain issues. That's it. No judgment from me ever. So if anything that I say seems harsh or judgmental, no, it's not. Okay, it is what it is. So what am I talking about? Basically, um, if you are in a relationship or situationship or friendship or whatever, and you feel unwanted, you feel you're losing the person, you feel like you feel unstable, basically you feel that the relationship is unstable, you feel like there is no you feel something's wrong. Basically, this will happen when you're gonna feel something's wrong and when you're gonna have these big anxieties. And you can just feel something's off, or something actually might be off in terms that you are having some problems, issues, or you're just noticing your person is distancing themselves, or wants to break up or has broken up. It usually is reserved for like emergencies. you know um, for certain things, it gets triggered by something. It's not that it will happen out of nowhere for most people. So it needs to get triggered and something needs to be off and wrong. And the person that's having these issues will most likely start to make up that they are in a hospital, or there's something wrong with their health, something happened to them, they had an accident. And in better case scenarios, they will make this up. And there are also people that will actually go and hurt themselves, that will maybe even attempt to kill themselves to get the attention from this person and to try and keep this person with them, or to try and bring back this person. And this is something that is probably gonna work a couple of times, but later person's gonna kind of figure out you're just not serious and you're just using it to manipulate the situation. And that's when it's gonna stop working. Okay, it will never go on forever. Even if it goes a couple of times, it's not a permanent solution. Okay, guys. Number two is you're obviously really having problems, and that's the most important thing here. And you have to stop with that behavior. You have to cure that. You have to stop. You have to work on your attachment in general. And people will not always have this issue in a relationship. So if they're in a good relationship, or in a relationship where they're like more in charge, let's put it that way, they most likely won't do these things because they will not see the purpose. They will not be triggered to do them. So it's not like these people will do it in every single relationship. No. But most likely you've done it before in the past. So they will usually do it when, they're not getting what they want. Basically, either this person wants to break up with them, or they're just distancing themselves, or they're not like committed, something they're not getting some need met. So this obviously comes from your childhood when your needs weren't met, and then to get the attention of your parents, most likely you would cry or do something like that, to get what you want. And then this behavior kind of stays inside of you, and it kind of lingers and will get triggered sometimes, and then you're just gonna be that kid that's basically that child that did not get what they want, that spoiled child, maybe that child that was manipulating their parents with just those type of things. So you're doing that again. Now it doesn't have to necessarily mean that you will make up that you were hurt or you are ill or you're in a hospital. It can also be some other things that you make up, some other lies, in order to try to manipulate the person. It doesn't have to be like physical harm or illness. It can be other stuff as well. Just, making up lies to try to manipulate the person, basically. I just went, a bit extreme with that example because actually a lot of people do that, but because, I just wanted to show you, more of what it is. But yeah, it can be any kind of lie that you make up to try to keep this person, to try to manipulate this person. So basically what these people tend to do is to make themselves a victim. That's what you were doing as a kid as well. You were trying to make yourself a victim so your parents would buy you the Barbie doll you wanted or whatever. So you are going into victim mentality, but it's different than actual victim mentality. This is a bit different, and I wouldn't call it that. But you are trying to be a victim in front of this person, so this person would see you as a victim, and they would stay with you, be with you, whatever, love you out of pity, basically. Which is so wrong when you think about it. You want someone to love you for you, and not because they feel sorry for you. You want someone to stay with you because they want to, and not because, oh, poor Karen had her ankle broken, so I guess I'm gonna have to stick around. I mean, if you think about it logically, what you are doing, because most of these people are not really aware, they're just doing it out of desperation to keep the person. They're not really aware fully that they're playing the pity card, which is, pitiful. So think about that, okay? I really want you to think about that. Do you want someone to be with you out of pity, or do you actually deserve love and someone who wants you? If this person doesn't want you, you should let them go. You can't keep someone because they feel sorry for you. That's insane. And also, why I'm doing this, why I'm making this audio, is I'm gonna put it publicly. It's not just gonna be for my clients. I want to help any person who is in this situation, make them realize what they're doing, why they're doing it, and why they need to stop doing it. Okay, it's really, really important to stop that. Be aware of it, get fully aware of it, and know why you're doing it, and that you won't achieve what you want in this way. Okay, you may get some temporary pity, and that's it. That's it. So this is why I'm gonna put this publicly so everybody can hear it, because it's not just for spell work. If you're having these issues, you really need to stop them. And if spell work is in question, you definitely want to stop this, because it will block the spell totally. It will just give the spell that needy desperate energy, because when you're doing these things, it's needy and it's desperate, obviously. It's completely coming from this totally anxious, totally needy, totally, oh, I need this person, energy, and it's so bad for the spell. So If if a spell has been made, you really don't want to do any of that. No, because you ruined the spell. You ruined it. Okay, if you're doing this, you ruined it. So that is why I'm doing this. Also, what you need to know, if you have this pattern of behavior with your last ex that you're trying to bring back with a spell, you really need to get rid of this pattern if you want the spell to work. And to get rid of this and to like fully get rid of attachment neediness, to detach, and it's going to be really hard for a person that has these issues to detach, and it's going to take some time. You have to be aware that it's going to be a process, that multiple spells will need to be made, and that you're going to really need to work on yourself. So you can't have this person back within a month or a week. I had this, I I have this, requests from people that I turn down, obviously, who expect after such behaviors, after the person reporting them to the police and stuff, they expect to have the person back within a week or a month, and I'm like, no way, no way. And I will not accept such clients. I don't think it's impossible to bring someone back, but with that attitude, you just expect the spell to work in a week and you've done all of these things, that can't be possible. And sure, you're probably gonna get scammed with someone who's gonna tell you, yeah, no problem, take your money, and a lot of the money, by the way, and fine. That's your issue. I'm not there to save you, because I do have an audio about scammers, and that's just sorry, I just need to respond to a client. So yeah, and everybody wants a shortcut. Everybody expects something to happen overnight. Everybody thinks that magic can, like, you just wake up one morning and your ex is there begging you to come back. That's not how it works. And I also refuse people who expect spells to make their ex obsessed with them, make them do whatever they want, stuff like that, and just dominating shit. No. Like, I refuse a lot of potential clients. I could just try and collect the money, but I don't want it. I don't want it, and I don't want to be involved in such things. I don't want to be scamming people. I don't want to be telling people impossible things can happen. That's not what I do. Okay, so I really ask of you to be reasonable, to understand what magic can and can do, and to understand that some things and some situations take time, and that if you need to change yourself because you're the one that also did mistakes, and usually that's the case, it will take time. You can't change overnight. It's not like that. And it's going to require work, it's going to require dedication. You're going to have to trust me. I am an actual therapist, okay? So I'm not going to lie to anyone, because I have my moral values, and that's just how it is. So I hope I'm being clear. Any type of manipulation that you think, when you think that you have to manipulate someone into loving you, manipulate someone into staying with you, manipulate someone into being with you, whatever the case may be. It can be a bunch of scenarios, and again, I have to say I can't cover them all in one audio. But just if this is not the exact situation, but you're trying to manipulate something else, just it's the same thing, okay? You need to understand that this comes from an issue that you have. So basically, you don't think that someone can love you for you. You think that you need to trick someone into loving you, into being with you. Do you see how messed up that is? I'm not judging you again. I'm just trying to make you see. Do you see how messed up that is? Because you deserve love just by being you, and you don't need to beg for it, or manipulate someone into it, or trick someone into loving you, like force someone into loving you, whatever of these things you're trying to do. And yes, begging is also one of the things that I would just put in the same box with all of these. So whatever you're trying to do that's not happening naturally is not gonna happen because you're gonna, you know, do your little plan. That's not how it works. Okay? It's not like that person's gonna be, oh my god, Karen's grandma died. Now I love her and I need to stay with her forever. Like, do you see what I'm talking about? Or, oh my god, Karen begged me to stay with her, so now I will. And I'm gonna love her because she begged. Like, no, no, no. This person just needs to want you for you. And you can't really you can't control people. This is another thing about this issue. You can't control people. You can't ever control anyone. And a lot of people are in the market for love spells, obsession spells, so they could control another person because they want to control them, dominate them. That's not how spells work. No way, no way, no way. Also, yeah. So you need to let go of your need to control. And you're having this need again because you don't think you're good enough. That's where you're trying to control someone. You don't think you deserve love on your own. You don't think it can happen for you on its own. And it can, it can and it will. Maybe not with this person you have in mind because, it just that's how it is. It doesn't always happen, right? You know that you don't love everybody that is into you. So you kind of need to accept that. And, when it's like really mutual, and yes, spells can help with that, as we know. But you can try the spell, but do not manipulate the person while it's manifesting. You really need to chill, okay? And detach as much as you can if you want any spell to work. So I hope I helped someone, and I hope you guys, I want to say I'm not perfect, and I had my issues as well, like lots of them, not necessarily this one, but other stuff, and I worked on it, and I accepted that I have these problems, and I just wanted to be a better person. And I'm still working on myself because it's a lifetime commitment, right? You can't just become perfect. um, and that's kind of what I want you to do, to really work on yourself, because it's important. So whatever issues you're having, you should work on them. That's actually important, to work on them. And yeah, a magical solution can be if you find that perfect person that's actually gonna be just great for you and you're not gonna have these issues triggered. But again, you're still gonna have those issues, and if this person at one point does something that triggers it, you're gonna get that reaction, and you don't wanna get that reaction, okay? So yes, you need to really, really work on this, and accept that people have their free will and that you can't control them and all of those things, okay? I'm gonna end it now. Bye.